Indeed, so we have a kingfisher, which is called a pied kingfisher, that has managed to catch a fish. And look, it's trying to kill the fish. So you see it's hitting it, and there it goes. It now is going to swallow that fish whole. Oopsie. It looks like it got a bit stuck. There it is, down into the throat and swallowed. So what it did is it would have hovered, it went down and grabbed a fish, and then it came flying to this branch, and then it beat the fish against the branch to try and subdue it and kill it, and then it swallowed it down. Isn't that amazing? And what you'll find is this little kingfisher now will wipe its beak on the stick and try and get rid of any scales from that fish that are, or any saliva and any sort of bits of, going to the toilet too, any little bits that are on the beak itself, and keep it nice and clean. So let's see, it might fly off and go somewhere else. It's this time of the day where you'll find a lot of the fish-eating birds. There we go. So it's going to have a little bath now. That wasn't looking for another fish. That's just to dive into the water to clean its feathers. And now you see what I was saying? It's going to clean its beak by using the branch. It wipes its beak on the branch on each side. So it just washed its face. It's like when you have ribs or something like that for dinner and you get all full of food, then you have to go and wash your face and hands. It's the same for this kingfisher. It's gone to do exactly that. So it's gone into the water just to clean itself off, and that's what it's doing. So it's not actually doing fishing at the moment. It's not going to actually be trying to catch fish. It's more just to try and clean itself off for the most part. And you see now it will use its beak just to go through its feathers, make sure it gets all its feathers nice and clean again. The reason also it does this is because when it catches fish, it dives into the water and it splashes, and that will make all of its feathers wet and soggy. And so once it's swallowed and it's had a bit of a bath, it then goes and uses its beak to preen, to get everything nice and kind of clean, and to make sure there's a situation where all the feathers are back in the right place. Also got to scratch your head and make sure that that's okay. Now, this particular bird is a female, and you might be wondering how I know it's a female. So just now we saw them, and I was telling our other viewers how it is, or how we know male and female apart. But if you look on this bird, it's got a little black collar that is there. Now, the male will have an extra black line that runs underneath that collar. It's almost like a little belt that he has on, whereas the female only has the collar. And so that's how we know that this is a female bird, or a girl bird, and is kind of flying around. Now, the male is here. We saw him just now also flying about. Ben, in terms of